Hey everybody, it's your Sam, and I have got to tell you something. This video right here has been the most aggravating, tedious video that I have ever done in my 5 years of content creating for YouTube. Let me tell you why. The reason why this was so tedious is, as you can see, we are doing a presentation. This was not going to be a presentation. This was going to be me screenshotting and showing you all of these streaming services as I talk about them, so that you can see in action what they can do. But my lovely computer, being what it is a little excitable whenever it has multiple things that can use the camera open at the same time and multiple things that can use the microphone at the same time. Needless to say, as I was recording the videos in Streamyard, my mic would suddenly hook up to OBS, or my camera would suddenly hook up to Restream, and things would become convoluted. I recorded this video 3 times, thinking each time that I had it set to where that wouldn't happen again. Well, I was wrong, and here we are in Canva, and this is a presentation now. For those of you who may not know, Streamyard is raising their prices. It's going to be $44.99 a month now to use the Streamyard that we all use now. And that's a little steep to me, considering that I was only paying, $22.99 or something like that. So what other streaming services do we have? What other options do we have? The services that I'm going to be showing y'all or talking about here is OBS, Restream, Streamlabs, Evmux, and OneStream. There are several other streaming services out there that I am not going to talk about. The reason being is I kind of kick them out because they are more for podcasts or meetings or something like that. They are rather limited, and they had multiple things that they didn't provide that I would need. It might be great for you. I would highly recommend doing your own research so that you can make an informed decision. Don't just listen to me. Trust me, I am not an expert on this. My priorities may differ from you, and that's another reason why you should do your own research to see what fits you better. You might need different things than me. What I need is I need more than 4 co-hosts to be able to join me. I need a recording and live streaming studio. I need to be able to add my brand. I like my colors. I don't want to use any other colors. I want to be able to use banners and tickers during my live stream. Some of y'all have noticed the banners and tickers during the live streams, especially during the writing live streams, where on the bottom it's going to be "we are silent" or "we are muted" until the timer goes to 0 because we are writing or being productive. I need a chat box because I stream to multiple places, usually YouTube and Twitch, and I like for that chat to be in one place for both services, for both platforms. It makes things easier. I need some storage space, and I don't need that storage space to delete my things after like 5 hours or a day or something like that. I need some time. I need more than 2 hours to stream at a time because a lot of times my live streams go more than 2 hours. Y'all have seen it. I know. I also don't really like the limitations per month that some services put up there, especially on their free versions. I don't need any limitations like that. I want to stream to many different platforms. Right now it's just YouTube and Twitch, but who knows? I might start streaming to Instagram or TikTok or something like that. Bonus material would be multiple camera usage because, as you all know, I do have a document camera that is very helpful whenever I'm doing tarot or something like that. And it would be awesome if any of these have guest destinations. That is the one thing that StreamYard has that I am loath to leave behind, is the fact that my co-host can also stream to their channels. I haven't found anywhere that allows that other than StreamYard. Correct me if I'm wrong if you know and you've been using any of these services. Now, as far as pricing, every one of these has a free version. I am not going to go over the free version options because they are, again, too limiting to me. I need more than what they provide. If there were 3 things that were ticked off on here that I needed, I just didn't consider them. OBS is free, which is awesome. Restream is $16 a month if you pay annually. Streamlabs is $19 a month. EveMux is $19 a month for the yearly plan. And OneStream is $12 a month for a yearly payment. OBS, like I said, is free. It has some of the best streams that I have ever seen. They are pretty, they are put together. It's so much fun. There's so much things going on the screen usually. And from my understanding, OBS does everything, but I could not find a readily available list that I need. Like, I could find plugins for streaming to multiple platforms, but there was not a list anywhere that I could see that provides me with the information that I need. I'm thinking it is capable of everything. The only thing with OBS is that there is a huge learning curve. And if y'all know the huge tracts of land quote, you know what I have watched recently. So now we are moving on to Restream, which is the $16 a month if you pay annually. You can have up to 9 co-hosts on this plan. You can have 2 cameras, and it has notes, which is a great bonus, especially for those of you who are doing podcast type stuff or presentation type things. It does have recording and live streaming capability. I can add my own branding and colors. I can add my own banners and tickers. There is a one and done chat box. There is storage space, and you have plenty of time to pull those or delete them. There is not a streaming time or limitation. You can do up to 6 hours worth of streaming in the free version, FYI, if you want to go with a free version. You can stream to 3 different platforms with Restream. This right here is their different plans. There is a custom option. I don't know how much that would be. That would be something that you could investigate on your own if you want. But the $16 a month is the standard plan. The professional plan, you get a little bit more, and it is enticing, but it's $39 a month. And this right here is what the Restream Studio looks like. This is where I wish I could show you and play around with all the things. The one thing, or the 2 things that Restream has that StreamYard doesn't, for those of you who are knowledgeable about StreamYard, is over to the left, you will see different scenes. You can click on those scenes and what you're presenting changes. You can build those scenes however you need to, add that extra camera, whatnot. That makes everything so much simpler. You can share a screen, you can share a video, you can do everything that you can in StreamYard with the sharing. You can invite your co-host right off of the studio. And of course, over to the right, you will see where you can change your design and the banners and have the chat box and add notes, which is right here. That's where you can add notes. It looks a lot like a presentation, but it might be a game changer for y'all. Streamlabs is our next option. You can see here that there are different little things that you can get in the Ultra. Have a custom dashboard and a merch store and branding, and you have a podcast editor. It's got different things, and it is $19 a month or $149 a year. What Streamlab has is you can have up to 11 co-hosts. There is a recording and live streaming studio. You can add your own branding. Streamlab has a ton of ready-made, pre-made themes that are pretty awesome, and I have been looking at a lot of them. You can add your banners and tickers. You have a chat box where everything comes into one chat box, so it's easy to regulate or moderate. You have 10 gigabytes of storage space, and I think it's unlimited time as long as you don't go over the 10 gigs. There are no streaming time limitations. You can stream all day, every day. And it has a 3+ on a lot of lists, and then somewhere I saw the number 30. So I guess if you have 30 platforms that you can stream to, you can do this with Streamlabs. I'm not sure if that is correct, and kudos to you to having that many platforms to stream to, and kudos to you to having a computer that will do that. This right here is a small portion of what Streamlabs looks like. This is how you add different scenes to your studio. You have media files that you can share. You, of course, have the video capture device. You can add multiple cameras here. You have the screen capture. You have event lists. You, of course, have the alert box. For those of you who spend a lot of time on Twitch, especially, you see the alert box pop up where somebody subscribed or somebody donated or something like that. And there are plenty of other resources that you can add to your scene. This right here is what the studio looks like. It looks a lot like OBS, but it is easier to handle, in my opinion. But as you can see over on the left is all the different things that you can play around with, your setup. I have it set up in this way where I have the editing version and what is showing on the live stream so I can see what I'm doing. And I have the mini feed where the chat pops up or the alerts pop up. And then I have the different scenes that I can go to so that there are different things that pop up on the live stream. And each of those scenes has sources that you can add. As you can see on the left, I have like 3 different sources on that. I have a banner that plays up top. I have the timer that's in the background. I have my camera in the little purple box eventually. And I have another alert box showing up on screen that is above that camera, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of things that you can do with Streamlabs. EVMux, this is their price list, and this is their list of what you can get in the free, basic, and pro version. So feel free to pause the video so you can read over it, because as you know, I am doing my own checklist of what I need. It does have up to 12 co-hosts that you can have. It has a recording and live streaming studio. Yeah, I can add my branding and my own banners and tickers. There is a chat box. There's 20 gigabytes of storage space, and I think as long as you don't go over the 20, it keeps it forever. There are no streaming time limitations, either per session or monthly, and you can stream up to 4 different platforms. This right here is what the EVMux Studio looks like. Again, it is similar somewhat to Streamyard. You do have a preview side and a what's going on in your live stream side. Everything is built to the left, unlike StreamYard where everything is to the right. So that might take a little bit of adjustment. You do have different scenes that you can click, which is a lot like Streamlabs and OBS, and it's built in. You have widgets that you can add. You can share screens. You can change the way your screen looks. Next is OneStream, and here is the price list for OneStream. It does have a free forever, and it has the basic, which is $12 a month, which is what we are comparing today. But it also has the $32 and $39 a month. That is billed annually. You do have a billed monthly option, but it is a little bit more. What Streamlabs has is you can have up to 6 co-hosts. There is not a recording studio that I could find, and I think that is in the higher tier payment version, which is weird to me, but here we are. I can add my own branding, banners, and tickers. There is a chat box that gathers the different streams or different platform chats into one. There is 5 gigs of storage for 60 days in that $12 price plan. You have a 2-hour limitation on every session. That can be a problem for some of us, I know. But you can stream to 5 different platforms. Here is what the OneStream Studio looks like. Again, a lot like Streamyard. You can change the look of your live stream very easily with a click. You can share a screen. You can share a video. You can add co-hosts. There's even like a raise your hand option in here, a lot like Zoom does. And you, of course, can change your theme over on the right. Your chat box is over on the right. There's a lot of things built on the right, like StreamYard. So which one am I choosing? I am probably going to go with Streamlabs. Like I said, they have a lot of very pretty pre-made themes that have caught my interest, and the learning curve is not as large as OBS will be. Streamlabs will actually help me learn OBS because they have very similar setups. So I'm looking forward to maybe even working with both. Restream can use Streamlabs to get all fancy, so I just figured why not cut out the middle and just go with Streamlabs on that one. Evmux, I'm not really all that impressed with, to be 100% honest with you. And with OneStream, I do not like that 2-hour limitation, and that's a no-go for me. So OneStream is completely and utterly out, while the other 3 are still somewhat of a possibility in the future if I tend to not like Streamlabs. So let me know what you think. Are you changing from StreamYard to one of these other programs? Have you found a program other than StreamYard and other than these that I've listed here that works for you? If so, let me know in the comments so I can check it out and maybe do another video presentation. Not record this, or try to, because of technical difficulties. Thank you for watching. Y'all are awesome. I have enjoyed doing this, even though it was rather aggravating. It was a learning curve just to even compile all the information for this video, and I did enjoy it because it's a challenge, and I like challenges sometimes. Thank you for watching. Be kind to one another out there. Be kind to yourself. Keep writing, keep being creative, and I will see you next time.